Hello and welcome to the Daily Dominion by Holtz. This is, the Sunday edition, so we'll have a full random kingdom. Okay, wow, cool. That looks fun. Let's start here with the events, ways, and the ally. So, way of the goat, terminal trashing, single card trashing with an action if you play it as the way of the goat. So, in kingdoms that have little trashing capability or few cards or no cards. With trashing, this can be very relevant. In kingdoms where there is strong trashing, like Chapel, etc., this is normally less relevant. I mean, you can get rid of your Chapel then in the end if you like, but in terms of using this um, as the only way of trashing, that's what you only do if there is no trashing in the kingdom. And here we can already see there is expand trading post, even a sewers. We can do the sewers next. The sewers to support faster trashing. So whenever you trash a card, um, you may trash a card from your hand. So this means, for example, if we play a trading post on a hand like this, we have 3 coppers in one estate. So let's say we trash the copper in estate, we get the silver from the trading post, and we can trash 2 more cards because of the sewers. One per each card trashed. So this is pretty cool. And then the cave dweller, this allows us to spend a favor. We are starting with 5 here because of the importer for extra favors. And we can basically replace um, 1 card at a time for as many times we can do it. So 5 favors would allow us theoretically to discard 1 card and then draw a new card and discard again, etc. So this is also very good, especially in kingdoms where it's hard to build up some consistency, and you can use this for sifting. And then typically late game when you start entering or adding green cards to your deck, this allows us to keep a certain consistency in your turns. So yeah, I like it a lot and very nice artwork. So how do we play this? I'll go to the larger view. We have a 4-3 open. We can change that with the Dweller. Huge build, Horn of Plenty, and yeah, definitely enough unique cards you can play. So this is um, yeah, a hop game is what we often refer to this, like a Horn of Plenty game where you pop all your horns, typically in the last turn before you end the game. And if that's not possible, what also happens quite often is someone who has like let's say 6 horns and um, they can pop all of them in one turn and then get 6 provinces. They might just want to do it to close out the game, even though it's not ending immediately with 6 provinces. You typically win the game then. So that's another way of playing this. Okay, and this is to avoid like if your opponent could get 6 provinces before you using 4 horns and then expand or something else, then you are just the first one who has these 6 provinces. That's why you would do it. Here it looks to me, unless the AI is really fast in also gathering those horns and the draw and actions, that we can work to the full pile out. Like play 7 horns and then expand, or 6 horns and 2 expands. Yeah, we'll see how we set it up, but I think the plan is really get thin quickly, get a horn, and then get those actions and draw cards. Fortress, Emissary, Royal Galley looks great with Emissary. 2 royal galleys is the minimum I think I want here, just to have the consistency. Reason is later emissary is hard to trigger unless we have importers or the expand, because you don't have anything in the discard. You will draw deck every turn. A Devil's Workshop also looks very good. Could be an early edition. Um, yeah, because it can gain fortresses, royal galley initially, and then later all these imps. I think that's pretty helpful to support your draw. And importer we'll have to see. I think the trashing has priority, and then really getting a horn. which Devil's Workshop could help even with the gold. And then into Horn, it's much faster than gaining cards with Importer. So Importer would have the only advantage of triggering Emissary, I think, but well, potentially triggering Emissary if you get to the end of your draw pile, and then you can play the Emissary non-terminally. Okay, so I think I'm dwelling here once, try to get the trading post. We dwell again. We try to get the sewers before we play the trading post. I mean, then we can trash 4 cards, and we even get a silver with it, which we can't use then in this turn because you trash everything. You only have 2 left. But I think that's fine. The silver will actually help. And then we use trading post again. So I think the number of trading posts we need to play here is then pretty much ideal. It's twice. And then the last 2 cards we might even trash with trading post or even way of the gold if we don't want more silvers. But this is a great, yeah, absolutely awesome kingdom. It's like a Sunday treat. Yeah, so let's do this and hope we draw. No, then we do it again. Okay. Decline. T-post. Yeah, and here we just get the sewers. We don't sift. I don't know why they are using 4. That seems a little odd. Yeah, now I mean they can't treat me. That was weird. Yeah, we are not getting the workshop here, even though it feels tempting, but it's definitely worth. And we can always sift 1 card here if we miss seeing the trading post in our hand. I want to trash 2 estates, so let's make sure here we trash 2 estates. So sewers, oh great, yeah. So we don't do any sifting here. Yeah, they just do okay 2 times emissary. That's really weird. I think they are not realizing they don't have any dwellers left, so they can't really trigger it. I don't know. So here, I think, yeah, we just do what I said earlier. This and buys, nothing else. Okay. And this is, I think, our. Do we want to get rid of the silver? No, I think we get a Devil's Workshop here. Sewers. We should get the silver, yeah, and Devil's Workshop. Okay. Okay, they are trashing it. Now they could play one non-terminally. Now they can sift again. Cool. Uh, yeah, I think, well, I would want to see that Devil's Workshop. I want the gold. Cave Dweller. Cave Dweller. Okay, sad it's all at the bottom, but now nothing. Sewers, and now we are really clean. Decline. Nothing. And, oh, I forgot the silver, so we are not actually getting, of course, we are not getting the gold. Ah, well, we could trash without, let me think about it, what's better. We could just use the sewers normally with the way of the goat. Then we are left with 1 copper and 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 cards. No, I think I don't want that. I rather want to see the workshop again and just buy for a 5 like a horn and gain fortresses and then gain emissaries, or buy emissaries and gain horns, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. And the first 4 could even be a royal galley, even though it's not really useful with the trading post because we've done all the trashing already. Yeah, how good is the gold? Gold and copper versus silver and fortress is basically I think the silver and fortress is better. I mean, we could buy a copper, but no, sorry, that's complete nonsense because I'm used to, then you get an imp. But I think um, I want a fortress first, and then I want the horn, and then galley and emissary. Yeah, let's see. We don't need that much draw at the moment. We have 5 cards, so we will see everything. I mean, if the fortress bottom decks, we'll just leave it there. Oh, Oh, and we are totally clean, I think. 12 cards trash. This is basically our deck. I'm just thinking about an importer here, but I'm not sure if that makes sense. We're not using the trading post anymore. Uh, Importer, get a horn. Yeah, I think we would buy a horn, not an emissary. I want this gaining going, get this gaining going. Scheme is also great, but we don't really need it if we have royal galleys. Because we'll have the consistency. If you have a emissary on the galley and one or two fortresses, we are totally fine. We don't need scheme to top deck anything then. So scheme is fine, but I think it's probably a distraction. The alternatives are too strong. It's still a good card. Um, hmm. So it's not a second Devil's Workshop that we don't need. Yeah, we got 3 silvers. They got none. This is rare. Normally they have way more silvers than we do. Mhm. The only sad thing about this importer is, well, we could sift one more time. We have one dweller left. So we could discard the trading post, play the importer, and also play our Devil's Workshop. Get a 4 cost card. I think it's the importer. That's close margin though. Yeah, and here I sift. I want the 6. I really want a horn. Or rather an emissary, and we get the horn with the importer. That's better. Yeah, we do this. Get the, what did I say? The emissary, right? Yes, and then we get the horn with the importer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, this could be an artisan, but three silvers is about right. We can always trash one later if we absolutely feel we need to, but I don't think we do that. So let's think about the advantages. With the emissary, we will draw the horn if we see it, which is rather likely. And then we can use the horn, not really well. Well, we have the importer, the silver, emissary, and horn. 4. Okay, so it gains a 4 cost card. So we are getting like a fortress, I think, just to have the actions. And then the Devil's Workshop would get an imp. Now the alternative, artisan. So for next turn, the emissary is better, but longer term, because we won't draw our horn then. Oh. So if we get artisan, we probably only get, well, we get definitely the horn from importer, but that's the same as before. And then we would top deck a silver or something. We can buy a fortress and we get an imp. Yeah, and here we gain 2 fortresses. But we don't have the artisan, but we have the emissary in play. I think the emissary is better. It's my conclusion. But I'm not 100% sure. Well, this is, of course, if we see the emissary in our starting hand. Otherwise, it's not better. But I bank on that. Ah, we get, hold on, we get a fortress this turn as well. So then the artisan might be better. Yeah, because then we could actually gain an emissary and play it. Yes, yes. Oh yeah, this is great. Okay, this is awesome. Uh, yeah, because we'll get everything now. This Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I just wonder if I should keep those silvers around or trash one here. I mean, it would allow us to get another artisan, but we are heavy on terminals now. We definitely need more fortress. We still can't afford a galley. That's a bit funny, but in terms of the terminal space, we need one turn. We might gain one with artisan just to set up the turn. I don't know about that silver. It feels like if we get if we get another artisan here, this will hit 6, the horn. If we trash this silver, then we need to trash. Well, then we have to trash anyways, otherwise we can't get the trading post in play. A more fun way is to trash the 2 silvers and exchange it for one. uh, yeah, I think I don't feel comfortable with 3 silvers with such a high number of stop cards. So yeah, let's do this. It's a bit more fun than the other option. And now, yeah, we could get an expand even, because I forgot the silvers. That would top up the Horn of Plenty. But what is this expand doing? It's gaining. Not, I mean, doing right now. Later we get a province with it, but right now you trash. Well, we can trash the trading post. Okay, that's not bad, but it's also not like amazing. And then afterwards it would trash fortresses. The disadvantage is with Artisan you top deck the card, and with Expand you don't. What's the AI situation? How much did they trash and things? I didn't follow closely. Yeah, I think we are far ahead, but is this justifying an expand already? We don't really need that anytime soon. Yeah, this is a classic. You should be securing your position here. And adding more stop cards is not really helping with that. And the Devil's Workshop, we buy another fortress. That's 100% clear for me. Uh, it could even be a galley, funnily, but like that we gain a galley here. Mm, just to use this galley on a fortress, for example, and have this superb impact. Yeah, more search space or a higher starting hand in the subsequent turn, the following turn, and you also get the actions, and you start with 3 actions. Great. Um, it seems like my battery is running low. I need to pause for a sec. Okay, so I'm back. All right, here we go. So, yeah, I think at this stage it's another artisan, but I could be wrong. Um, okay, so I might have been wrong. But we have these 2 dwellers, so we can use them. Yeah, definitely on the silvers. I think 1. Okay, very sad. 2. Okay, this is lucky. Now we need to get a fortress. There's no other way, I think. Fortress. There is another fortress down there, but do I risk drawing that, or how do we do that? Because then we could gain another emissary and draw. Yeah, let's risk it. Yeah, artisan. It could also be a horn. Let me think about it. Because Yeah, we only play the imp, but then we have these. I think I prefer having just in terms of securing the position, prefer having these two dwellers. Yeah, great. And we should get rid of this trading post at some point, but it's not a priority. So now I just play the importer. Mhm. Again, a six. So I think we are good with artisans now. I mean, this is getting a bit too much otherwise, I think. We have an imp, two dwellers. We still don't have any royal galleys. This is a bit sad. So I think I buy one here. I really want a galley on a fortress or an emissary. This is peace of mind, basically. I mean, we have two dwellers, we could get another artisan. And we have all these imps and how many fortresses? Three. We might still want to get another fortress then. It feels a little odd though, not having these galleys. It's such a good card. Um, and only having one horn is also a bit weird. Um, at like turn whatever 8. I mean, we can get them with Horn of Plenty, but I think we should not overdo it with the artisans and then miss getting enough horns. So maybe we just get a horn here, a bit of satisficing, and then we could have played the imp and then get an expand. But I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. The expand, yeah, the only thing it's doing really is trashing a fortress, or well, in the first place it would be the trading post. It feels like I'm playing it too complicated. Um, I mean, I'm still I think in full control, but um, two emissaries. Yeah, they also have two emissaries. They have one fortress. Okay, that's a little sad. I mean, we have the importer play, so we can get a horn at the start of our turn. I mean, it would be fun to just do another round. Artisan, fortress, but aren't we just spinning wheels here then? I mean, not exactly, but it feels a bit like this. And then the importer gets the horn, that will give us a boost. And then we really need to line up the draw for the horns and just get horns. I mean, we can expand can also gain expands, and then later you trash like emissaries you have left over for a province. So maybe we are doing the. I'll just play the imp anyways for the 7. I think we can do it. It feels a little early, but I'm just doing it anyways. Expand, and then we get another fortress. And I still want these galleys, but I think we are not ready yet. Okay, yeah, this looks great. And now we definitely get the horn with the importer. I mean, we will manage to draw deck with like how many imps do we have? Minimum 2. Okay, they are getting horns now as well. Importer, horn, and the dweller. I think we just discard one horn. This looks all finish. Yeah, we don't need to do anything there. This. Hmm. The more fortresses. Well, we can just play it first and then see. Yeah, I mean, we already inked one, so yeah. Okay, so we can expand the guy. I mean, here I would love the galley on an emissary. And then we only have one action left then, but we have more fortresses coming. So maybe the first one is getting, I think I prioritize having an emissary on the galley over another horn this turn. Because then all the power from our artisans expand, etc. This gaining power will really kick in. So we can delay the horn just a little bit more. Yes, I think this is another fortress just to be really safe. We play it, and then we gain a galley. We play it. Oh, no, yeah, no. Top deck the silver, we play this guy. Yeah, now we gain the galley. Galley emissary. Yeah. Fortress. Yeah, now we can play the imp on the trading post. I think I'm happy with these two silvers because they can buy like a fortress galley and stuff. Yeah, now we can get the galleys. Now we are ready. And I think here the horn is probably the best. Yeah. Hmm. Because if we get an artisan, I mean, we could even get a province, but this is no. I don't want that. If we get an artisan, the issue is we can't play gain and play. We run out of actions. I mean, we can gain the card, but then we have to top deck some other card. Top deck like a silver or a devil's workshop. Would not be the worst to top deck the devil's workshop, but and gain another horn with the artisan. Yeah, the horns are already at 8 cards, I think now with the expand and the red royal galley. Yeah, we have 8 uniques. Yeah, how badly do we need that imp? I mean, we have one, two imps. Yeah, I want a third one. We could skip the silver then. I think I just take a horn to not like tease my brain too much. Yeah, the expand also doesn't work with trashing the fortress, and then we can't play the horn then. I mean, if we just get it here, we already have it then, and we don't have to worry with artisan to get horns anymore. So it's a little less rough on the brain, I think. So okay, this is definitely a galley. Oh, horns first. So horn is another horn. We have 3 draw coming in. It's hidden here, the emissary. We only have 2 emissaries, but we'll get another imp. So horn, emissary. Can we finish next turn? We have 4 horns, and we can get 2 more. 6 and the expand, but we don't have 8 payload. Mhm. I'm getting another horn. Maybe another emissary, but because we can gain those horns with I think the draw should work, and we have this 3, yeah, and then one artisan can gain an emissary if needed. Yeah, now I'm not actually sure if this is sword of the last turn. I mean, we can, what turn is it, like 10 or something? 9, okay, yeah, it's great. Fast kingdom. If it's the last turn, the fortress is better than the royal galley. If I knew the province now, I think I would go for that. But we also have an importer coming in. So this was gain the horn, gains an emissary, gain the horn. Okay, now we have 5 horns, right? 5 horns. We have the expand. This is 6 provinces. And we could get 2 more horns with artisans, but I think we lack the draw. Yeah, let's just get 1 horn here. Place a horn. Hold on. Yeah, this is getting another emissary. I think we will need the draw. Buy a card. I get the fortress just because I think it's the last turn. And I might just do the 6 province thing, if I can, and then not wait for another turn. I don't know. I feel we might just about get there with a bit of luck. But what is the expand trashing? I mean, we need a 5 cost card. I didn't factor that into my thinking. That then 1 emissary, 1 horn, or an artisan has to die. So we are not finishing next turn, I think. So we get the galley. Yeah. Oh, hold on. No, this is wrong. We get the emissary, galley, Devil's Workshop. Okay, good. And now let's first draw, and then we might see how many of those flavors we need to use. Okay, they don't seem to be going anywhere. Yeah, I really don't know what they're doing. Okay, now we can pile. That's unexpected that they are lowering so much. Yeah, the dwelling doesn't help us trigger the shuffle, so let's just do this first. Play normally. I think we dwell 3 times on all the stop cards to really line up everything. 1, 2, because we can easily finish 3. I think we will be drawing. Okay. Now imp, fortress. Hmm. Oh, we should have played the galley on the imp. Whatever. I think it won't matter. We only have 2 galleys, and this is the last turn. So 10 turns. Yeah. So imp. No, let's play another fortress first. Fortress. Now imp, artisan. I mean, the dummy one would just be a horn, empty. But then we can't use all that stuff. A fortress is also fine, but we can buy it with our silver, provided we find it. Mm, yeah, we'll have to get to. Yeah, one has to be the fortress anyway. So let's just get the fortress here. Fortress, fortress, fortress. Horn, emissary. Yep, emissary. Um, expand. I mean, this is 100% over. The Devil's Workshop has to die, I think. Doesn't help at all anymore. I mean, it could also be the importer, but this one, another emissary, importer, and we trash the fortress just for fun. Okay. Decline. Now 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Well, we could always trash the fortress here, but it doesn't do anything. Okay. Cool, yeah, 10 turns. So it turned out well in the end. I'm just copying this for the Discord. It turned out in the end, I think the balance of draw or thinning first, so we needed little draw at the beginning, and then adding all these artisans, we had such a high gaining power. I'm not sure about the number of fortresses versus galleys, but it seemed to work out fine. Imps were useful, I think, and the fortress scaling with Devil's Workshop. The skipping scheme feels about right. Yeah, because we never really needed it. We could trigger emissaries with importer. There was just no window for a second importer. I think there could have been a second importer, but I didn't see a window. Yeah, and then just playing with 2 silvers, I think, was a smart idea. 3 silvers would have caused a dud at some point, I think. Not 100% sure, but I have a strong feeling that this helped. I often underestimate the impact of one more stop card. At least historically, I have. And then the AI, I mean, you can see here it's imbalanced. They have too many. I mean, they got all these fortresses the turn before we finished on their turn 9. So this looks more balanced than it actually was. They had too many emissaries for quite a while. And then they were, yeah, just not trashing enough. I mean, 6 coppers, that's not competitive, this deck. Yeah, cool. So have a good Sunday, have a good soccer day, and see you on Friday. Bye bye.